Hey everyone, my name is Leia and I am, I guess, living the life of a musician here in the great city of Atlanta, Georgia. I was born and raised in Decatur, Georgia, which is about 5 miles southeast of Atlanta, and I did my undergraduate work at University of Georgia. Go Dogs! I did a Bachelor's of Arts in Music in piano, and I did a Bachelor's of Music in Music Performance in violin. So it was a challenging 4 years, but I made it through. And then I went on to Georgia State University and did a Master's in Violin Performance. I graduated in May of this year, so it's been a long 2 years and challenging, but a lot of fun. So the next year of my life, I guess, we'll be following and seeing how it goes. A few things that I've started to do and that I plan on continuing on this year. I have a small studio of private violin students. I am very lucky to have a lot of connections in Atlanta because I was raised here, but I did go and get my Suzuki training at a Suzuki Institute a couple years ago, so I'm Suzuki certified, and I have a small studio of young students that I teach in the Suzuki method. I also co-direct a string orchestra that meets once a week, and it's kind of a middle school age orchestra, string orchestra. And because it is kind of far away and I thought that it wasn't really serving the Atlanta area, I decided to start a string orchestra of my own. So starting in September, SOTA, String Orchestra of Decatur in Atlanta, will start meeting on Sundays in a church nearby my house. So I'm really excited about that, and it's going to be kind of catering to a little bit of a younger crowd, probably about ages 7 or 8 through middle school, just so I could get a wider range of people joining. I also am part of a trio that we established when I was doing my master's. It's myself and a violist and a cellist, and we perform for weddings and events and such, and we've done a really good job of advertising ourselves through all the special events venues in Atlanta and all the surrounding areas to try to get as many opportunities to play as we can. I'm also starting to take orchestral auditions for different orchestras in the greater areas, not of Atlanta, but Columbus and LaGrange and Augusta and the surrounding areas. And they have orchestras that hire per service, so I'm going to be doing those starting at the end of August and beginning of September. I'm also taking private lessons of my own. I'm hoping to at some point go back to school to get a doctorate, and so I want to make sure that I'm keeping up my playing chops. And so I'm taking private lessons, and I'm also going to be taking, hopefully, chamber lessons. There's a few people who have graduated and, like me, want to continue playing chamber music, so we're going to be taking lessons together and hopefully setting up a series of concerts in the spring. Wow, so that's about me and what I'm going to be doing the next year. So keep your fingers crossed that it's a good year and that there's many opportunities with music that help me to use my career to the best of my ability. So there you go.